Hello, everyone. We're live again, and if audio levels are okay, give us a clue in chat as usual if there's any problems, and I'll try to sort it out. But I'll pass you over to our host for this week, episode 51, and that's Lee. Go ahead, Lee. Lee is muted. Is that a joke? You shouldn't be. Hold on. That's my fault. This is why I always check for audio at the beginning. Oh, hold on. Start again. Nobody would have heard it. Right, hold on. No, not yet. Let me work out. Just hold on. They can't hear you. They can't hear you at the moment. Right. I'm sorting out everybody who is watching at the moment.
Although they might prefer it like this. Anyway.
Okay. You should be audible now. Okay.
So you should be able to hear me now. Thanks for everybody you could have just not said anything and would have continued without me on the entire podcast. So intentional, definitely from Gary's part to not have me because I'm supposed to be hosting. So yes. Welcome to episode 51. Let me just do it proper. Hello, welcome to Recentered, episode 51. We'll try again. Podcast about VR, MR, AR, UR, everything that's been going off the past couple of weeks, what games we've been playing. Also, we did a couple of videos about the Steam frame that you may have seen or may have not seen. Anybody listening on the audio podcast, please go out, check YouTube for those, and you can see what we spoke about there. Had some lovely comments, had perhaps not such a nice comment. What I will say is, if anyone is going to comment anything, we will always leave them in, but please try and be kind. We're just, like you guys, we're fans, and we're just putting our thoughts out as you're putting your thoughts out to us. It's fine. It's absolutely no problem. Got no issues with that. But to call us names is a bit out of order. I mean, VR enthusiasts is a bit of a stretch. I barely like VR as it is. So
you're just drawing attention to everybody going back and looking, oh, what did he put?
Yeah, moving on. So we've got plenty to talk about. But first, let's catch up with Gary and Raj and see what they've been up to the past 2 weeks. Gary, how have you been? What have you been doing?
I'm good. I can't even remember what I've been doing, so I'll have to have a look at the doc, won't I, to see what I've been doing in the past couple of weeks. I'm all good, though. It's getting closer to Christmas now, and I think when's it Thanksgiving over in America? Is it this weekend or next weekend? It's next weekend, isn't it? Or is it this weekend? I don't know. But so they get all that out of the way. Then they talk about the holidays, the Christmases, and all stuff like that. So, over here, we're already starting to make plans, and it just means that we've got busy weekends for the next few weekends, really, as we do all the usual Christmas traditions and go Christmas shopping. We're going to a Christmas market next weekend as well in Stratford upon Avon as well. So we've got that to look forward to. But yeah, all that kind of stuff. Other than that, though, I've been catching up a little bit on some of the backlog for VR games that I've missed out on. So I played quite a bit of Titan Isle when it first came out, but I decided to just go in and finish that one up as well. I had about 2 levels at the end, 2 or 3 levels to finish off. So that's all cleared up now. But yeah, it's really, really good. I enjoy it for what it is. Yeah, at the end of it, I felt very similar to finishing Windlands 2, really. A great game that I enjoyed all the way through. The upgrade mechanics are a little bit lightweight in this, although they're more substantial than what we had in Windlands 2. And of course, you've got the different ways. It's got a lot of replayability as well, because you've got different routes that you can play through, and you can play through all these different suits as well, where you've got different abilities in these suits. So I finished it in one suit. Maybe I'll go back in. My daughter's finished it a couple of times now as well, so she really enjoys it. But then the other one is an older title from about a year ago, I think it was, and that is Metro Awakening. So I finally finished Metro Awakening, and this was sparked by the fact that we played quite a bit of Memoriam, which we spoke about in the last podcast, I think it was, and it's like a corridor shooter. Memoriam is a corridor sci-fi shooter, and that just made me think back to Metro Awakening, and I felt like I thought it was a good game, and I love the opening. It's a bit of a slow burn, but I never felt like I gave it a proper chance. And I do enjoy this game. I've finished it now, and I think it's got a great little story in there, but it's a lot of dark corridors, and the environments don't change very much. The enemy types don't change too much either in there. But overall, I think it's a good job, and I'm glad I've finished it anyway. So yeah, just a couple of games. I've got some more that I want to get to. One of the things actually I was thinking about is finishing Half-Life 2 VR, the VR mod for that finally, because I've still not finished that. And I mean, I think it's difficult to miss all the rumours and stuff about Half-Life 3 at the moment. Whether they're true or not, I don't know. But yeah, all of that has made me think I should probably get back and finish Half-Life 2 at some point as well in VR.
I think the last time I played that in VR, Rog came on my live stream to watch. So that's some years back.
Yeah.
Can you remember, Rog?
Wow. Can't even remember.
I've still not finished it. I've only ever got as far as, is it Raven?
Yeah, that's where I am. That's where I am.
That's as far as I've got. I've just gone into where you meet Alex and you meet the doctor or whatever it is, and then I saved it there, and I've never got no further. I've never played it any further than that. So perhaps I need to get on that as well, because it works really well in VR.
It's fantastic in VR, and there's a lot to play. That's the thing. It's like that's not even probably like a third of the way through the game, as far as I know. And then you've still got episode 1 and episode 2 after that to get through, which are about 5 or 6 hours each as well. So that's the plan. I want to go through all of those at some point pretty soon. But yeah,
it's a good idea. Great idea. Let's all play it. It's been so long since I've tried it. So Rog, how have you been? What have you been up to? We've had some nice conversations. I mean, we put a video out of our general musings as well. If people want to go check that out, we were discussing maybe we'll do more of that, which is like, I mean, we've got a doc up at the minute. There was no doc up for that. Trust me.
No, well, so this is how prepared I was. I'd literally crawled out of bed. I was not exactly well dressed, and Lee goes, "Oh, do you want to jump on chat?" Okay, so I put my headphones on, and before I knew it, he was recording it. So that's how
content is king, right, PD? So so we recorded that, put it out. Just after the morning after the night before, wasn't it? Just talking about Steam Frame and some more ideas we'd had and things like that. But, so we might do some more videos about that. But what have you been up to? Let's go.
Yeah, well, I ended up in Horizon Worlds for some reason. I can't remember. We'd been playing something.
God.
And then
we do it every now and again, don't we? Like every 6 months, we say, "Let's go in it."
No, we don't say let's go in it. You end up wandering in it. Start moaning about something, so then I've got to go in after you and find out what you're moaning about.
Oh, that was it. It's because the immersive home is the Horizon Worlds like meetup place, isn't it? And I was asking if that was live because I can see people jumping about.
Have you got the video for this, Gary?
I've got. Yeah, I've just started it. Yeah.
All right. I'm a bit behind.
Oh my God,
it was a bit behind. Then this was awful. This was absolutely terrible. Honestly, Meta should just take this round the back of the shed with both barrels and just kill it. It's.
Well, they're definitely killing it with the V83 when I put on. It's everywhere. It's on your bloody taskbar now.
Yeah. First of all, it wouldn't let us teleport across to the other locations, would it?
Nope.
Then let one of us across. Then I can't remember if I went back and then you went across and then couldn't come back. And then I tried to go back across, ended up with an out-of-body experience and then fell through the world. It's like, how much have you spent on this Meta? Really? How much? It's unbelievably bad.
It's like on the video, you can see there's like these like blue triangle type things, and that's supposed to shoot you and teleport you across to the other side. But I got stuck on it, and I thought, I wonder if I have to take a run up and jump, and then I jumped and just fell out the world. Yeah. And it's not a case of it plops you straight back into Horizon, does it? It just lets you fall and fall and fall.
There's like
forever.
Couldn't do anything. No menu. No. Can't respawn.
Nothing. No.
It's like it's just awful. It's like just get rid of it. Just get rid. Jindal says you found a bug then. Yeah, Horizon is just a bug. The whole thing.
It's on everything as well. And this is I'll rant a little bit, right? But because you've got the Steam frame, which is all open, it's Arch Linux, make what you want, do what you want, and you've got Meta forcing this crap, and it's even forced even more on V83.
Yeah.
It comes up with Horizon Chat, Horizon World things, worlds to jump in. No. And then it's on the taskbar at the bottom. It's like a little world icon now, those who haven't got V83 yet. And also, they put it in bloody pass-through now, and I couldn't work out how to get that off because everybody's been asking, please put it in pass-through when you first load it up. No, they haven't. So I've had to revert back to the old-style UI and then click the immersive home button, so now it's in VR.
Yeah.
But when you restart and load it back up, for 2 seconds, it's still in pass-through, and then everything loads up again and puts it in VR. It's just
Hippie Pickles got it right. Sony, I was convinced they were going to do this with PlayStation VR, and they never did. They need to bring back PlayStation Home. The only problem with that was at the time it was too slow loading. But now with the with the NVMe drives and everything, they should bring it back. It were really good. You could customize your home environment, and it had that thing where it made you play stuff because you could get rewards for your home environment by playing stuff. I mean, Oculus did it a little bit with the home thing, but it was even more so with PlayStation Home. I remember my little apartment had like a Dragon's Lair arcade machine in it, and all sorts of other bits and pieces. And it was just good. For the time, it was good anyway. A modern day version, just wish they'd do it.
I never use that. I hear people mention PlayStation Home all the time, though.
I use it as well, yeah.
People were talking about it with regards to PSVR 2. But I mean, if Sony, I think it just highlights again. Then again, people were expecting it to come to maybe the original PSVR at some point, or people were dreaming of that as well. So, it sounds like it was a pretty good thing for people to keep mentioning it all these years later, anyway.
It was something different on console at the time. I think that was it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You can see the benefits of that working in VR, just not what Meta's doing.
Yeah.
The entire opposite. It's just creating antisocial, if anything.
Yeah. But apart from that, it's just been plain VR stuff, and there's been a lot because the stuff we've cut, the stuff we've dropped until maybe the next podcast, or maybe we'll jump in and do a short episode with the stuff we've not been able to cover. But there's been too much. There's literally been too much recently, games-wise.
It's winter, though, isn't it? It's coming up to winter. All the games start popping out.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as what I've been up to, playing a few VR games, in and out of hospitals, doing various stuff. But I have been rewatching Stranger Things, because Stranger Things season 5 comes out end of next week, Thursday. I think it says 1 o'clock in the morning. So I can't really remember watching them. It's been that long. So I've just watched season 1, just watched season 2. And so I should catch up on the other ones as well, just to get it fresh in my memory. I've even got my Stranger Things t-shirt on, look like a nerd. See, there you go. But that's about all I've been doing, really. Trying to play a few games that we'll talk about. And also, we've hit 10,000 watch hours on YouTube. Did you guys see that?
Way, yay.
Yeah.
I know, I saw that. But then I thought, well, 10,000 hours, I know what the number is, but how can I relate to that in some form of way? So again, using the Stranger Things method, I worked out that if you watch seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 back to back continuously, you'd have to watch them 283 times to get to 10,000 hours. So there you go.
Not that much, really, then.
No.
I don't know. I don't think I could watch it 283 times.
Oh, dear.
But so I'm catching up on that. I hope the new series is good. I hope lots of people don't die. But should we just crack on what we've been doing this week?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah.
Well, Gary and Rog.
Sorry, I was saying the new Predator movie. I did go and watch that. Decent. If you've not seen the trailer, don't watch the trailer. Go into it watching it blind, because it's totally different to what I expected it to be. I enjoyed it. So
PD liked it.
Yeah, it's good.
PD liked it. Tried to get me to go. I'm like, oh no, I can't go. But then Rog says it's good, and I'm like, should have gone. So what we've been playing this week. I wanted to say the name what Gareth keeps calling this, but I've forgotten it already. So I'll just have to go with Roboquest VR.
Yeah, I keep calling it Robo Rally.
Robo Recall.
Robo Recall.
Yeah.
Robo Recall. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking Robo Rally. There's an old board game called Robo Rally.
Oh, right. No,
I do think the official name is Roboquest VR of this game from Practice VR Studios. And it came out, was it Thursday it came out? It's only just come out, right?
Yeah.
Guys have been playing it. So thank you very much to them for giving us the key, but I'll let Gary Roach take over it.
Yeah, it's definitely been a last minute jump into it. But it's been sort of an anticipated one, hasn't it? So it was we've played what we can. And it's good. It is very good. So it's like a sort of roguelite.
It's a roguelite, yeah. I've come to it now. I've played a bit more. Yeah, it's a roguelite. Yeah.
You unlock stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
And it's very, very good. There's been a bit of a problem with the PC launch, because I played it the day before the launch on PC, and it was running great. I was running at 120 using virtual desktop, and then it launched, and all of a sudden, trying to launch it, I got a black screen. And it has been reported. People have already reported it on Discord. It seems to be that, and if you're running on a Quest, the thing to do at the moment, unless they've patched it, is to use the Oculus runtime under Virtual Desktop. Now, I haven't got any Oculus software installed because I've no reason to have any Oculus software installed. You don't need any Oculus software installed on your PC if you're running through Virtual
Desktop. For Lone Echo 2, Rog?
For Lone Echo 2, I will make an exception one day.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was working fine with VDX, Virtual Desktop, and Steam VR. It wouldn't launch for me using Steam VR. So the launch day patch has balked it for some people, which is slightly unfortunate. So I went back and captured some footage on PSVR 2, which does play great. The only problem being it's reprojected at the moment. I think, Gary, you said, what did you say? Wes said there's a 90 hertz patch coming out.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks, as far as I know, pretty soon. From what he was saying, and I think because he mentioned this on Without Parole on Wednesday, and I think Brian mentioned in his review that it's coming out in the next couple of weeks. This update,
okay. Yeah, it's I'd definitely say wait for it. Wait for the 90 hertz patch if you're going to play it on PSVR 2, because just playing it on PC, non-reprojected, it's really nice. And going back to the PSVR 2 version at 60 FPS 120 reprojected, I feel it. You can really feel it. Saying that, if the reprojection don't bother you on PSVR 2, the frame rate seems solid, as far as I can tell from what I've played. But it does seem fun, and we've got another sort of roguelike type game as well to talk about later. And I didn't like Compound. I know that was a real sort of favourite of yours, wasn't it, Gary?
It was. It still is. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
and I just didn't. And I like this, and I think Sweet Surrender we'll be talking about. I like them, but like these both way better than Compound. So the whole roguelike thing, it's not that I've got anything against them. They're just not really, I'd say, normally my kind of thing. But they are arcadey enough to the point that, yes, I do like them. I think they are good.
Just remind me again, Rog, what's roguelike and roguelite? What's the difference there?
Right, roguelike, you don't keep any upgrades. Roguelite, you do. You can keep unlock permanent stuff. But yeah, it's from what I've played so far, like I say, we got it, was it Thursday or whatever?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've fought two bosses and been killed by both of them. There's the mole one, and then there's another one what's on this video as well. I think it's on this video.
Yeah, the bosses are randomised as well, so you might come across different first bosses and different second bosses as well, I've noticed. So yeah.
That would explain it, yeah. But what about you, Garrett? What did you think about it?
Yeah, I really, really like this. So I've put in about 2 hours. Like you say, it's been a bit last minute, so I've put in as much time as I can into this. And I've done multiple runs and died multiple times, of course. And I'm currently halfway through because it gives you the option, like Compound, like Sweet Surrender, and some of these roguelites will give you the option to save and quit as well, so you can come back to the point for a one-off chance to carry on that and carry on the playthrough. It's fast-paced. That's the thing to say about this. It's ultra fast-paced, and playing this on PC and wireless as well, I think is the way. There's no way I want to play this game with a wire personally. And it's like Sweet Surrender. I feel the same way about Sweet Surrender. I'm not against the wire in all games, but in this particular one, I think it makes a big difference to stand up, turn on the spot, and I'm constantly moving in this game. You're constantly moving. You're avoiding these bullets and these projectiles that are being fired against you as well. And that's the thing. To me, it feels, and other people have mentioned this comparison as well, it feels like Doom. It feels specifically like Doom VFR when I'm playing this. Or maybe like a Quake version of that, actually, because some of the weapons, and there's loads of weapons in this as well. That's the thing to say. There is so many different sort of randomized weapons that you can start a run with. And some of them feel a bit like the rocket launcher in Quake. And they're among my favorites to play with in this as well. Although... I don't know if you tried the flamethrower, Rog, yet, but
yes,
that feels really powerful as well. And when I started to run with that, I was doing really well with it. But yeah, so I've gone through 3 bosses, and each time, so you start running, and the bosses, the first 3 times I went through, I came to this mole boss first.
Yeah, that's what I got first. Yeah,
and then the next few times I got a different one. Then the next few times I got a different one again. So I've progressed through, and the other thing to say as well, when I first went through this, it took me probably about a quarter of the time to get through that first section the second time compared to my first run through. And I don't know because I hadn't really upgraded anything at that point on my second run through. Yeah. But I just think it's the confidence that you get once you've got to grips with how the game plays, the fast-moving nature of it, and how you can take some of these enemies down. It just makes you play quicker and quicker. And I'm finding that the more I play, the faster I'm progressing through this. I get to the boss, it feels like 5 minutes. I'm getting to the boss, the first boss now. And before it was taking me 25 minutes, 20 minutes or whatever to get to him. So yeah, it's... I briefly mentioned the weapons that you get. There's a massive array of different types of weapons. You can also jump on the enemies. You've also got this melee attack as well, where you can punch them. I never use that, and I only really jump on the enemies by accident as well. There's the thing to talk about with this game as well is there's 2 points. There's the flat game. This is a flat game, and then there's the VR port of that flat game. Now, I've never played the flat game in itself, but it's got really positive reviews on Steam, and I can understand why. It's a very addictive sort of fast-paced shooter that does make you want to keep on playing. The VR port seems extremely well done from what I've played as well. There's a couple of small things I'll say that just sort of unavoidable, I suppose. It's not even a fault of the VR port, it's just unavoidable. And this is almost like a giveaway of some flat games that make the transition to VR. And I think Fallout did this as well, where you've got these weapons and some feel great to hold, some feel in proportion and everything feels fine. Others just feel completely out of proportion. They're huge weapons and they obviously work perfectly on a flat screen. When you're holding this massive flamethrower or rocket launcher or something like that, waving it around with, there's no weight, there's no weight to them or anything like that. It just feels, here we go, look at Lee, I can see what he's...
I thought you were going to say when you're just holding this massive weapon. I thought, if he says that, I'm going to have to just blank my screen out.
I purposely tried to avoid saying that. But yeah, there's those little subtle giveaways where you think, well, if this was designed for VR from the ground up, I don't think a developer would have done that, where it just feels a little bit unnatural to hold these weapons in that way. But maybe I'm wrong on that, and that's just how I feel. But Fallout did it as well. You pick up some massive guns and stuff like that in that, and you can hold them, and they just feel a little bit unnatural. There's also there's dual wielding in this, but you've also got you can hold the shotgun, for example, with 2 hands, or you can just use it with one. And there's no reason really why you wouldn't use just one.
Well, this thing I'm using in the video now, it's the weapon itself in VR. It's absolutely enormous. But there's literally no reason to hold it with both hands. It doesn't seem to stabilize it or anything.
No.
So, it's a bit weird.
But, these kinds of things, they're just transitions from the flat game. I understand why it is like that anyway, and I don't really complain. The other thing, on one of the bosses, you have to reach up, and there's a handle on the back of this boss, and you have to reach up and pull this handle. And I didn't know whether I was supposed to jump on it. You've got this thing where it tells you downward arrows on the back of this boss, and I don't know if you're supposed to jump on it. I was trying to jump on this boss a couple of times. That didn't work. And then in the end, I was just standing behind him, and I just reached up and just did the action of a grab and a pull down, and it seemed to kill him then at that point. Or deactivate that thing that he was doing. So I don't think that was quite well done. I think you need more guidance, because it didn't, well, at least for me, it didn't make it clear what I was exactly supposed to do at that point.
Yeah. Do you want to know where I embarrassingly got stuck?
Go on.
Right. You know the hub when you get to it?
Yeah.
Well, right. To interact with anything, you have to hold down the sort of the grip button, don't you, for a second, and it'll interact, open a door or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was, so after a bit of the the tutorial bit, you get to the hub, and then there's a van.
Yeah.
It's got an interaction point. It's just a little white square thing. And I was going up to it, and I wasn't looking at my hand at the time, but I was clicking the clicking the grip button, and nothing was happening. I wasn't looking down at my hand. I was just assuming it would work, and nothing happened. And what you have to do, once I looked at my hand, it seems to take longer to activate that than a doorway or something. So I wasn't doing it long enough, and I got stuck on the hub. I didn't know what to do because I'd not seen the bar what builds up well, if you actually look at your hand.
Yeah, that's right.
But on the top of that van, it says start. So you sort of think, well, I've got to go there. But the big letters start are in an arrow. They've put it in like an arrow, and the arrow is on top of the van, angled, pointing up. So I thought, I must have to go up there somewhere because it's like a rail you can jump onto and great. Yeah. I ended up wandering around that level for like 15 bloody minutes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know I couldn't start the mission.
Yeah.
It's like, why have you got start with an arrow pointing up?
Yeah, it does some slightly odd things with that. But one of the embarrassing things I've got is because it tells you, so you play through this tutorial section, and then at the end of that tutorial section, because I'm playing on easy as well. That's the thing. I know this is. I'm not embarrassed. I don't care. I played through Compound on easy as well the first time. But then I'll build up. I'll go through it again on normal and go through it again on hard. But so I'm happy to play through this on easy. But what it does is you'll play through the tutorial and then it will say, based on your performance in this area, it's a little bit patronising. It's like, come here, mate. Look, listen to this. Listen, what we've done is we've analysed what you've done in the tutorial. It's okay. Don't worry about it, but we're going to put you on easy. Is that okay? And that's what it does. And you're like, well, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, why not? We'll do that then. But I'm okay with that. I don't really mind. And it's still a challenge. The thing is, you're going to play through this on easy. I think anybody that starts playing through this on easy, they're not going to go through it the first time anyway. Even on easy, I wouldn't predict, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm sorry. I've just got to say, I've been justified here. Paradise Decay said exactly the same. He says did exactly the same thing. He spent 20 minutes looking for the start. Yeah, it's a dumb piece of design.
Yeah, well, yeah. To me, it didn't make it clear. I just stumbled across it by accident, and I saw because you go into the back of the van, and then there's like these bunk beds or a hammock or something, isn't there? And you just grip there. But you just seem to have to do it just slightly longer than anything else. Yeah.
And because of that, and because I was looking at my hand, I was just assuming, I must have to do something else first or go somewhere else first.
Yeah. But I am really, really enjoying this. And what you were saying before with roguelikes and roguelites, I am really, really not into roguelikes or roguelites. And Compound, I can name the ones that I like on one hand. Compound, I really like Ghost Signal as well, which we played. Those are two which I really enjoy. And actually, we're going to get to one later, which I think is worth some time as well, Sweet Surrender. But most of these types of games I'm really not into. And if I could change one thing about this, I enjoy it for what it is anyway. As a roguelite, I enjoy it. Part of me does wish it was just a normal, level-based, progression-based shooter that you work your way through, because it feels so good to play. It feels like Doom to me, and I just wish I could just experience that kind of game as well. But this is going for something where it wants you to keep playing for 10, 20, 30 hours, because there's so much stuff to find in this game as well. So that's all I'd personally say on from a personal point of view, but I think they've done a great job with this. Yeah,
I pretty much agree. It's the pace, like you said before, it's the pacing of it. It just, it's very, very good. Nothing to add. Yeah, I'll go back to it, definitely.
Yeah.
Lee, I think you've not played it, have you? Are you waiting for the Quest version? Or?
No, I was just seeing people have issues like installing it and getting it to run. So I thought, sooner than me try and get it to run, then mess about trying to get the settings on my PC to get it to work right, I'll wait until they patched it and then I'll give it a go. Because like I say, we didn't get it till late Thursday. I was busy yesterday, so I've not really had time to jump on it. So I would have given it a go otherwise if there weren't a few issues.
But yeah, it's a surprise the Quest version isn't out at the same time. I'm wondering if they're having issues trying to get it to, run at a native sort of like.
I didn't know it was coming to Quest until you just said.
I think it's next year.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing what everybody wants them to do. Just take your time and get a decent version out there when it launches. True. So I mean, I'm absolutely happy with that.
Yeah, you're right. They're better off getting it right when they launch it rather than make a mess of it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's definitely it's. When I watch videos on this, I really wasn't that bothered about it, really. I mean, I've seen trailers on it for a long time, and I knew Flat TV were working on it, and people were excited, and it got really good reviews on Steam. It just didn't look like something that I'd want to put time into, but I was wrong, and I think a lot of people should really give this a go. I think it feels great to play, and that's the main thing.
Great stuff. Another one Gary and Roger have been playing that I jumped in very briefly, but that's I couldn't install it all week. I don't know why. There was some problem with me installing it. Which was Aim Assault on the Quest and PC. Did you play it on both, Gary, Roger? I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
So what did you guys think of that? It's very Time Crisis, so...
I love this.
I mean, you played it. We played it not long back, didn't we? Like on a demo, maybe. How long was it ago?
9 months, apparently. 9 months back.
9 months. Yeah, and it's quite good fun. So, Rog, why don't you take away on this one?
So this is basically, it's another one of those games what goes to the old style arcade light gun shooter game. It's on rails. So if you don't like that, you're not going to like this. But if you want Time Crisis in VR, yeah, this is great. I absolutely love it. It starts off okay, and then it gets pretty tough. It's a bit of a surprise.
Big time, yeah, big time.
It's that same level, isn't it? The President's Daughter, where you're carrying her, and you get to the end of that level, and I must have died at least 4 times before I managed to get through it.
Yeah.
This is not a long game. If you manage to get through the levels quickly. There's 12. I think there's 12 altogether. There's including the tutorial, there's 8 levels, and then there's 4 variations. So you are buying basically an arcade game. And I mean that in length. But it is very, very good. I think the video we're showing at the minute is the PC version by the look of it. The Quest version holds up very well, to the point that the PC version's got better lighting. But if I was just going to pick up and play it, I'd have no reason not to pick up the Quest version. There are some performance issues the first time through a level. There does seem to be shader compilation, especially on Quest. The first time you go through any given level, you will notice judder, but afterwards it's fine. So it's just a shame they couldn't do a pre-compilation or whatever.
Sorry, on Akazi just mentioned as well. I think this is maybe not depicting catastrophic depressurization correctly.
Well, yeah, quite, yes. Hypocritical said, "Do you manually push forward on the rail?" No, it is an arcade game. You'll get a group of enemies rush towards you. You shoot them, and then sort of Time Crisis you'll progress forward to another bit, take out the next lot, then you'll move forward again, and you'll stop until you've taken out the enemies at that location. It is purely arcade like that. But I think it's done so well. They knew what they were going for, and they've hit it. Even the speech, which you normally complain about really dodgy speech in a game, but it sounds like that old style, really, I won't say badly done, but it's badly done in a good way. It sounds like it's from that era.
Yeah.
The way that that speech happens. The music on some of the levels. Is it this one? I think it might be this level that's on the screen now.
This is. I thought the same. This is good. There was some good sections of music in this as well. There were certain parts.
It really amps up on some points. It's very, very good. But yeah, I think on Quest, on all honesty, once you've been through a level once and you've got rid of the shader compilation, it runs really well and it looks pretty good. And say it's the PC version's got better lighting, better shadows, maybe, but they're both good versions. And I've really been enjoying it. Yeah, I really like this.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's another one which is a bit of a surprise because I look at this and I just think I feel like I've played some of these types of games so many times in VR before, this Time Crisis type of thing. To me, and I know there's plenty of others out there which are great, this is the best one I've played of this type. And I think I said the same thing about the demo when I played that. This, they've again done a really good job on this. I've got so there's 8 levels. You were just talking about that. So there's 8 levels along the top row, and then you've got the sort of variations on the levels at the bottom, isn't it? That's right. Yeah. So I'm on the last but one level, and the difficulty ramps up after about halfway through that top row. The difficulty really starts to ramp up quite highly, and on that last but one level, it's like a boss fight that I've probably gone through about 5 times, I think. Not done it. I've still not done it yet. And the sweat, this is an active game as well. If you stand up playing this, which really, because it will tell you to duck down under certain areas and you have to dodge out the way, you can dodge out the way of the bullets and things like that as well. Because the way it works is an enemy will fire a weapon at you, and they'll sort of the bullet will come really fast until the very last second, and then you get the opportunity to sort of dodge out the way of it really in that last second, and you can do that. So I'm constantly dodging, I'm constantly moving around, and my thighs were really hurting the following day after playing this.
Yeah, because and every time I'm moving forward and I know I'm about to stop in a new position, what I'll do is I'll generally put all my weight over to the left.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it starts, I immediately move to the right to avoid any instant incoming fire.
Yeah.
And like you say, it gives you more of a workout than you sort of expecting.
It does. The sweat was pouring off me on when I was doing this boss fight.
Sorry, my missus is crawling on the floor so she don't get seen on the camera. She's right behind. She's trying to put a candle on. You might see some light flicker there by magic.
Have you got the Quest footage, Gary, as well? Or
oh yes, I have. Yeah, sorry, I forgot I added that. Yeah, I'll add that in there. Yeah, so, but yeah, so that last bit one boss, I was getting really, really frustrated with it, but at the same time, I wanted to keep on playing it and having another go. So yeah, it's addictive. It's just a really addictive game. I love it too. Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah.
And one thing I'll say on this episode as well, a lot of the games that we're going to be talking about are all sort of short arcadey type games. And there's a small element of me where I'm a little bit fatigued of playing short arcadey games this month. And yet at the same time, I want to go back in, I want to play Aim Assault, and I want to play Roboquest.
As much as you can complain about this, sometimes, like this month, you'll get several very good ones come along at once.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I can't criticize them just because they happen to have released at the same time as some other good ones as well.
Yeah.
That are sort of similar-ish. So this, just to point out, I think this is like $14.99 on Steam and maybe $13.99 on Quest. So, I say it's an arcade game. For me, yes, I would pay that. Very kindly, we were sent keys for both versions for this. I think I don't know if you pronounce it. Is it DIVR Labs or is it Diver Labs? The name of the company.
Not sure.
I don't know how you pronounce that, but yeah. If you want a good old school arcade, light gun shooter. Yeah, this is possibly the best one.
Yeah.
And Hippie Pickle did comment, forced movement could be sickening for some people. Maybe. I definitely struggled. I only played one level and
you couldn't cope, could you?
Swaying about and things like that. Yeah, I couldn't hack it. Have you? Because I asked you, Gary, to put your daughter in it because I got sick in Dig VR and she did too. So I'm like, have you had a chance to try it?
Not yet. No, I've not yet. No, yeah. But
it was like instant for me as well. I was like, whoa, no, this is not good. Yeah. So yeah, just be wary. It's
mainly forward movement. Occasionally, it will sort of veer you off to the side, so you do need to sort of turn and look. I think some of the levels could do with almost like a little arrow pop up to say, "Look that way, you're about to be attacked from a certain direction." It's like the first time you went through the plane. Did you see there's a corridor with 3 doors on the right hand side?
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, I didn't notice. I was dying, and then I turned around, I realised, and then you turn around, and then there they are.
I went through there twice, and I thought, "What's going on?" And I didn't realise there were doorways there. And so, you do have to sort of be aware of your surroundings more than you think you might.
Yeah, I don't know how far you've got, Rog, on this, but did you get to that?
The roof. I'm still on the rooftops.
Okay, yeah.
I've played through those first 4 or 5 levels a lot,
multiple times. Yeah, because I've seen your name on the leaderboards. Don't worry, I've noticed that. I've clocked it.
Reset now.
Yeah, but yeah, on the level that I'm on, because most of the time, a lot of the stuff will be coming from the front, so you can shoot, you can see the enemies, and you can sort of predict what they're going to be doing. But there are small sections, like in that plane, where they'll come off to the side, and you do need to be aware of your surroundings. In the level that I'm on, it's a bit of a nightmare because they're coming all around, like the enemies are popping up all over the place. And it's really difficult to keep track of once you get to a certain point through that level as well. It's that's why I'm getting frustrated with it a little bit. I feel like there should have been a bit more guidance on where you're being attacked from, but maybe I'm just I need to get good. Yeah. That's all.
I mean, I've been playing it on normal. There is an easy mode. There's a hard mode as well. There's a 1 life mode, and then for the absolute, I don't know, very skillful players, shall we say, there's a mode where you die if the enemies even get a shot off, which is just like those achievements I will never ever get.
No, I'm not bothered about that. I should say I am playing this game on normal as well. I usually do play games on normal. It's only the occasional like Roboquest.
But yeah, thumbs up for that one. I absolutely love it. If you like old school arcade like gun shooters, yeah, check it out. There's demos as well, Quest demo and PC demo. So don't take our word for it. Just go and have a look.
Yeah. Sorry, I felt like I got a bit defensive.
I was fine in the demo, so it's weird. You know what I mean? I was fine when I played the demo, but just not when I played the game. I don't know. Perhaps, like I say, it's that, and it's strange because I'm fine with smooth locomotion. So why am I not fine if I'm just not pressing the the control to move
forward? Not in control because your brain doesn't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah. Perhaps I ought to fake it by pretending I'm pressing the forward, and then my brain thinks I am actually doing it. To try and trick.
Yeah,
the old
it's
brain.
a weird thing why that will be. I don't understand that, but yeah, it's because that demo level. I think it's level 3 or something like that in the game.
Yeah, it's like in a courtyard, isn't it? And,
yeah,
it's on the video. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, but yeah, and Paradise K's put Gary has to play Beat Saber on easy. I heard. Yep.
I can't even do it on easy. So yeah, that is that. But yeah, so go check it out. And another game that I've not played and Gary and Roger played is called Rush the Apex Edition on PSVR 2. So this is one of PD's favorite games in VR, and I've seen a couple of videos on it, and it does look graphically pretty good as well. Are they bringing like an enhanced version to Quest 3, or do we not know that?
I'm not
asking a question again without doing the research.
I've no idea. Not that I've heard. Yeah. I think it's just PSVR 2.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this as well. I like the original. This is a bit of a weird one because it's going back maybe 6 months, but at some point this year I did fire up this on the PC because I felt like jumping into it again. I did like the original one. Playing this, I'm gonna say it's probably been half a year or so. I was like, is it any different? It was one of those. It just looks like I remember it looking, but it might be just one of those things where it isn't. Maybe the PC one was like high res enough that just if you're going from the original PSVR version to this version, it's going to be a big difference. Yeah, it's basically the same game. I think they've had. I'm sure I read they've added some sort of mode in somewhere that wasn't there before, but I honestly couldn't have said if there was or not. It's the same game basically. I've played through. There's 100 levels. There's 5 stages with 20. So there's 5 different locations with 20 stages within each of those. So 100 levels basically, or 100 variations of 5 different landscapes. I've played through them all. I've got gold on. I've went through and got gold on all of them. Yeah, it's good. It sort of taps into that. I need to get I need to get the gold medal. I need to get I need to hit the score. I played it a lot. I played it a lot until I'd got all those. I don't know whether I'll probably go back to it again one day, but I've definitely had enough for now. But yeah, it is good, but it is the same game. So do you want to play that game again? And that's whether that answers whether you should buy it or not. If you've never played it before, then yes, go and check it out. I'd recommend it. But it is. I mean, it is an old game, isn't it? It's a throwback to when. Did somebody say this was Gear VR originally or something?
Onikazi's just
go.
Onikazi's just said he played it on the go, which is
where
the
go. Oh, right, okay.
I might have played it on that as well originally. That's where, because I played it on either Quest, like the original Quest or something. I played it on a Quest platform, or maybe it was the Go. I'm not sure.
It could have been Quest. Yeah, could have been Quest.
Yeah, but so I went in and I played a couple of times with this, and I've heard from other people that it really comes into its own in multiplayer because it's a bit of a laugh to play with friends in this. And we were going to do that, Rog, weren't we? But I've not got PlayStation Plus, so
yeah, I did jump into it a couple of times. I did get a couple of multiplayer matches just with like one other person each time, but there wasn't, there was nobody on. I think this version lets you have 12 players, is it, instead of 8 on the original? And there was no need to upgrade that because unless you are organising a group to go on at the same time, I don't think you're going to find many people playing it.
Yeah,
Um,
I think the on PlayStation VR 2 it looked good. It runs at a native frame rate and everything, and it looks. I mean, I'm not going to say like it's outstanding in terms of graphics or anything like that, but it looks good, and it certainly looks better from what I remember playing a long time ago on Quest. This is the thing as well. I've only got very sparse memories of it when I played it originally. So, but yeah, I think it's a good. It's just it just didn't appeal to me to keep on playing it, unfortunately. Maybe it would have if we were going in together, but yeah, it just didn't hit that same nerve for me as it did for you, Roger, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'll say I just like it, you know.
Yeah.
But I like it enough to go that I went through all the levels. But if you've never played it, do have a look. And yeah, if you've played it in the past, then you'll know if you want to pick it up, because it is exactly the same game, basically, more or less. Yeah. But
sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just
I was
going to
miles
say,
away. I'm about to mute the microphone.
mention,
Everyone's coming in and coming out. It's all buzzy. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say this is $15.99 on PSN if you want to pick it up.
That's
I don't
not bad
think
then, is it?
no, it's
No,
not.
no.
It's not. No, it's not unreasonable at all. I don't think. Apart from the fact it is the same game, it's got some of. It has got. You can tell it's the same game. Will say this. There's a couple of things what used to annoy me on the old one. It does exactly the same. I'd say bugs, but annoyances. You finish a race and you immediately hit the restart button. It will suddenly. You'll get a second or so of background noise really loudly in your headphones or your speakers, whatever you're using. It used to do that on the old one. So you can tell they've pulled from the exact same old code base and not fixed some of the odd little inconsistencies from the old version. So it's that's why I think it feels sort of like they've taken the old version and just turned the graphics up a notch, you know. Like if you've got a PC game and you've gone from so you've turned it up from medium to ultra maybe, and if that's what it feels like, that's what it feels like on this. There was something else as well. I can't remember what it was. There was two little things which were there on the old one, and they just didn't fix it on the new one. It's like, come on! It's showing that it's exactly the same game, really.
Yeah. But I mean, moving on to one that we've all played. Well, I played briefly. Is Sweet Surrender, which is available on the PSVR 2 and Quest, and it's published and developed by Salmi Games, and it's 19.99 quid or $24.99. When is this game out, or should I just research that as well before I even asked?
Well, it is out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is out, I think.
Is it out now?
Yeah, it's out now, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Perhaps I just
sure.
check the docs before I start talking. But yeah, it's another one of those Borderlands aesthetic that seemed to work really well in VR. It's another shooter. Is it this one a Rogue? Right, well, let's get it right. Rogue.
I think this one's more of a rogue-like, isn't it? I don't think
This is very like as far as I think. Yeah. So this came out on October the 30th, so yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yep.
But no, I enjoyed what I played it. It's got a really good thing of the map on your hands as well, where you sort of put your wrist up like that, Rog, isn't it? And then when you move around, the map turns and rotates with you.
The map rotates.
Which I'd love to see like on things like Memoriam, which just the map was you have to grab an iPad from your back and then look, and then you weren't sure which way is that way or that way. And very briefly, very quickly, I did finish Memoriam, by the way, which I forgot to talk about. And thanks to Anthony, I think it was, who DM'd me on Twitter, because I was stuck at one specific part to kill a monster that I said, I'm going to wait for Rog to get to this to help me out because I'm stuck. And now Rog is stuck at the same monster on that. So that's for another time. But no, I mean, I quite enjoyed this. It's got a lot of boxes and rooms, a few little puzzles to do, isn't there? Things to pick up, upgrades, and with the discs you can like slot onto your wrist, something like that.
You've got like little chip. You've got on each hand. You've got like a chip, which is like an upgrade.
That's it, yeah.
And I think it's whatever hand you put it on, that chip affects that weapon. So it might be more damage or more ammo in the magazine or whatever. But if you get a dual-handed weapon and you hold it two-handed, then all four chips, so the two on each hand, they all affect that weapon then. So they all stack.
Yeah.
But
it's not forgiving. Is it? Do you know what I mean? I don't know about you guys. I find this quite hard. I mean, I don't know what level I've got it set at, but man, I keep getting creamed.
I did manage to finish a run through on. I did one of the daily. There's daily leaderboards as well, and so I managed to finish a run on that. It's when I did die on this. It didn't feel like it was the combat that was killing me. It was me. It did feel like it was me who was making a mistake.
Exactly. I feel exactly like you. It's almost like it lulls you into a sense of false security, like almost like this is too easy. And then all of a sudden, oh, I've died. How the hell did that happen? And it's because it's on me. I'm not paying attention to everything that's going on. That's what it comes down to.
It's a rare feeling in a game, because all too often, sometimes you'll die in a game and it feels something will feel unfair, and you wonder, it's like that wasn't my fault. Where with this, when you die, it was like, damn it, that was my fault.
Yeah, every time as well. That's the problem.
Yeah. So this is good. I think it might have an issue due to the fact that Roboquest's out. But it is good. It's a different feeling game. I would say there's a little bit too much in picking stuff up and picking up upgrades and picking up augments and stuff, as opposed to the amount of combat. I don't know if you felt that or not.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because there's times where I don't want to deal with that hassle. I just want to get to the next room and kill some more stuff. It's these chips and stuff. I started off paying attention to what they were doing and things like that quite closely, and then you get to a point, you think, well, I'm sort of satisfied with where I am, and then you get to another box and you've got a chip in there, and you just think, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't even want to sort of analyze whether that chip is better than the 4 that I've already placed in my arms, which particular slot I need to put them in to maximize everything. I just want to get on. That's how I felt anyway with it. But yeah, I think it's the template of this game, the thing that sticks out to me, being a fan of Compound, and it's almost impossible for me to not compare it to Compound. The template is almost identical. You're working way up this tower. You've got save points, a save and quit point, exactly the same as you do in Compound. It feels similar to Compound, but for whatever bizarre reason, Compound still feels slightly better to me. And the one thing I want to get out of the way as well, because people will say, because Compound's got that retro aesthetic, and people probably jump to the conclusion as well that, oh, you like Compound because it's got that retro aesthetic, but it's really not that. That aesthetic blends away so quickly when you start playing that it's not that. It's how the game feels overall. And I can understand, because Rog, you prefer this, I prefer Compound of these two games, but they're so close that for me, maybe if this one came out first, I'd prefer this one over Compound. I don't know. It's where you get into what sort of different nuances of the game that you get into. I just find that I'm more drawn to Compound than this. And like I say, I don't think it's unfair to compare these two games, because they are so close in what they're doing, really, in my opinion. So.
Onakazu just says, is this an enhanced version or a straight up port from the Quest and PC? It's the current version, unless they've already patched the other ones. The current version has got a few extra bits that the PC version or the Quest version hasn't got. I think you can store 2 different weapons over your shoulders now, where the Quest one you could only store 1. I think that's about. There was a few other things mentioned as well, but that was the only thing I noticed. They were kind enough to send us a Quest version as well, and we did play it on Quest. I think it is my preferred way to play it, only because I can freely rotate and not have to worry about a wire.
Yeah. It's super smooth as well on the Quest, isn't it? It's one of, there's
it is. Apart from, there are a couple of places where there's one room in particular.
With all the robots in.
You can see there's a particular room, and I'm sure it did it on the PSVR 2 version as well, where you can see the performance drop, and it drops more on Quest. It's one specific room. Apart from that, when you're playing it on PSVR 2, there's the occasional just little judder every now and again, just like a frame that isn't there. It's not all the time, it's just occasionally. On Quest, those same frame drops are there, but they're amplified. So there's something performance-wise going on, whether it's loading something in the back, loading or doing something in the background. And PSVR 2, PlayStation 5 handles it better than a Quest can. But it is minor. It doesn't really detract.
No, it doesn't.
I just wish they could get rid of it, because it's an infrequent thing. If they just get rid of it, it would be flawless.
It's nothing that I really had a problem with. You can see them as you're going around, but it didn't ruin the game.
No, it's not like some games where there's something, some other games where there's something constant all the time and it's just really distracting. It's not like that. It's just if it wasn't there, it would be perfect. But yeah, it's good. I like it. It's just if you're gonna, if you want to pick a sort of like rogue whatever game up at the minute, I think they've got a problem in the fact that say Robo Rally,
Robo Recall, yeah,
Robo Recall,
Roboquest, yeah, Roboquest. It's unfortunate because again they're very similar types of games. Roboquest is just a lot more. There's a lot more to it. I think that's what it comes down to.
Roboquest's more frantic. If you want something a bit more sedate, where you can just suddenly stop and take stock of the situation and maybe fiddle about more with upgrades, then Sweet Surrender might be a bit more for you.
The two-handed weapons in Sweet Surrender do require you to use two hands, though. That's the thing. There is recoil and stuff like that.
But you also get the benefit of it uses all 4 upgrades what you've put into your hands as well.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
So there's a reason to actually do it. To use it, to use both hands. But yeah,
my only slight bugbear with it, sorry, Rog, was there's a health bar at the bottom. I don't know if it comes across one on the screen. And it doesn't move when your head moves, so it's got like a slight delayed action. So you're looking, and I'm just showing on the video now, it's kind of going like that, and it's swaying there and back and forth, and that was making me motion sick. Even though it's like on my outer peripheral, if they can get that fixed, so it's moving constantly where I'm looking around.
It's not physically 100% locked to where you're looking, is it? It's got a delay. There's a delay.
Very strange.
It's an odd choice. Yeah, it didn't bother me, but because we were on comms playing it, weren't we? We were talking to each other as we were playing, and you were having issues with it. Yeah,
I was struggling with that a little bit. I put it on the wrist so I can just check and have a quick look. Or when I'm shooting, I can see my health on my wrist anyway. I have it there.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Or
at least
just lock it to the view, so it not got a delay. Because I can see why it's
strange choice that for me.
But again, another good game. Just similar to like 3 other games at least. What's out this month?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of high-scoring games, let's move on to another high-scoring game that Rogers unfortunately beat me on. So Gary can delete that video that I sent. We'll speak about that in a moment. But this is called Hyperbullet, and I saw a tweet about this, and I thought, was it a tweet? It might have been Nacy. Nacy did a video on it, a little short, and I thought, that looks pretty cool. I'll see how much it is, and it's actually free. So go and grab that on the Quest store if you've got a Quest. And it's just a wave shooter, isn't it, Rog? Where you're just basically shooting blocks that appear. But it's one of the most addictive games I've ever played. It's so good. And these things are definitely not my type of thing. So what the premise is you'll see on the video, there's a giant monolith in front of you with like all little circles and different ways to get up to the top. Once you get to the top, it defeats the monolith, and that's basically level game over, isn't it? You've got all different maps. So you'll have ones like on the video again where it's got columns coming up. You'll have some where they're just popping out the ground, or they're coming towards you, or it's raining. I mean, the environment's really, really well done. And you can just get different upgrades as you go along. So after every round, you'll get coins, and it'll give you 3 cards to pick, and you'll pay for one of these cards. It will give you a boost in either making the icons bigger, or it'll give you more coins, or more XP when you're shooting and things like that. And basically, you've got to try and get a target score to progress onto the next level. If you don't, it'll give you another 10 seconds to hit Rog, and you lose a life. And so you've got 3 lives to do this.
Yeah.
And for a brief time, I was above Rog on the leaderboard. And it was funny because I think I was just lying on bed playing it dead casually and relaxed. All these cards are very random. So it's kind of potluck on what you get and what you use.
Yeah.
And I got a massive high score just chatting to Rog, lazily playing it on the bed, as opposed to sweating like mad trying to get a high score to beat Rog these last couple of days and getting nowhere near it. And I think, Rog, you did the same, didn't you, Rog? You beat my score by just chillaxing playing it, and you just got the right cards and the right power-ups. You can get ones that blow things up, and it adds to your multiplier score and things like that. And I really like this.
So I think I actually left a review on the Quest store, and I think my headline comment was, "This hijacked my dopamine receptors." And then the review was, "There's no way a game what's just based around shooting blocks should actually work at this point in time in VR." It's just the presentation on it is just absolutely spot on. The gameplay loop is very quick. So the rounds are quick. You get your reward, spend your money, another round, again. And I think, did you say it sort of reminded you of like slot machines or something, Gary? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's got that in between the rounds, you've got like that fruit machine almost kind of thing where you can like re-roll. It's almost like you're spinning the fruit machine to get the re-roll, and then you can freeze some of them, then re-roll and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
it just reminded me, it's playing into that. I feel like it's got certain elements of that to try to draw you into the upgrades and things like that, which it does. I mean, it really does well. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why it's an addictive game.
Yeah, and did you mention it were free, Lee? I can't remember if you said.
Yeah. Well, you can pay is it like $5.99 for an upgrade that I think unlocks continuous play, maybe something like that.
So it's free to play. There is like a support the developer upgrade thing, which unlocks an extra leaderboard and some sort of continuous mode or something. But yeah, otherwise it's free, and it's really what's this game called?
I thought we did well with scores. Do you know what I mean? We've got like 240,000. There's people at top of the leaderboard, Gary, with like almost 4 million.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
The thing is,
on like impossible level, we tried to go at that. I didn't even go off the first level.
Yeah. It's like each time you hit something, your multiplier goes up, doesn't it? Up to a certain point, but you can get a card that can increase that. But then if you miss, your multiplier goes back down. So it really is it's really about accuracy. And it's just
the like cards which shoots through, doesn't it? So it shoots through like a spear. So if they're all in line, it'll kill them. Or if you get ones that electrocute and it'll electrocute or explode, and that makes it a lot easier to get that multiplier going. And it's just getting those different cards and finding that different way to get those multipliers and get to the top and defeat the monolith.
Yeah.
And it's just as simple as that, but it's just so good.
This is how it's the presentation, but this is how drug dealers work. They give it you for free.
But I'm sure they can put that on the promo merch.
But no, I mean, I've only played it once. I only went in once because I didn't want to get addicted like these guys did.
I can tell you your score.
Yeah. Don't look at my score. But the other thing with it, because I'm just looking at the video now, because what you realise as well watching the video, there's loads of visual effects popping off all the time as well. The sound effects are great, and once again, I think it comes back to what we were saying what I was saying in some of these other games like Roboquest. It does feel good to play when you hit the blocks and you've got all these visual effects going off, and the sound effects really resonate through the level as well. I think it all adds to not just the fact that they've designed other things to make it addictive, but just that in itself just feels good to play. So I've not got sucked in the way these guys have, but I can see why they have.
Yeah, it's
got great lighting as well, right, Rog? As well, you've got like really good shadows, and you can move your head about, and the light actually moves when you're moving your head. And there's one map where it rains, and all the rain's popping off on the ground as well. It's just it's so well done. It's really good.
This should not work as a game. Shooting blocks at this point in VR should not work as a game, and they absolutely nailed it. And it's free.
I mean, I can't shoot for toffee anyway, so you wouldn't think this would not be my thing. I'm not a high-scoring chasing person either, but this hooked me in. So if you like me, you're not interested, then give it a go. Yeah.
They do a £5.99 version, don't they? Like, what does that give you? Do you know what that gives you?
It's just I think there's an extra leaderboard that, like I think Lee said, there's some other endless mode or something.
Yeah, I think you can keep on, because after you've defeated the monolith, that's game over. So I think there's a way to continue to keep playing it as well. Yeah, right. I mean, we did mention that a minute ago, Gary. If you want to,
I was watching the video. I was getting sucked into all these bright colours on the video.
Even the video, we know
it's
sounds
like super neon. Isn't it? It's like super neon, super bright, which got me into saying to Rog, why don't they bring a Tron game out? Because the Tron would work so well in VR. To then finding a game that's coming out in December on Twitter, I think it's called Cyber Drifter, maybe. Yeah. And that's very Tron-like. To then playing Tron 2.0 on Steam.
You said that yesterday,
So I've been playing that as well, just because of this.
That's all come from this, bloody hell.
Yeah. That's how my brain works.
But
but no, Hyperbolic, go pick it up. It's free, like I said. Just go play it. Have a good half an hour blast in it, and let us know your scores in the comments below, and let us know if you can beat Rog, who got like 7,000 or something more annoying than me, something like that. And I got Scorpio in on it as well, and he sent me a message on Discord saying, "I'm closing in on your score." So he's been playing it as well. So, it's good, really, really good.
Surprisingly,
and I know, and. VRacer Hoverbike is the next thing on the list, but I'm sure I may have played this on Quest and I wasn't keen on it.
Right. So I'm going to say that
it's a massive upgrade,
this is another one I'm going to say I absolutely love this. This is a rare month. This is a rare month. So we did cover this on Quest before, and the thing what put me off was it just couldn't hold the frame rate. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't what I wanted, and so I never went back to it. On PSVR 2, it's very good. I know people have gone on about it's the closest thing we've got to Wipeout and whatever. And in all honesty, I find it slightly hard to disagree. This is absolutely great. It's a brilliant version. This has been out forever on Steam, and I've never ever played it. I just don't know how or why I never played it on PC. But the PSVR 2 version is absolutely brilliant. It's Wipeout on hoverbikes.
Is it multiplayer?
Yes. It will even tell you if there's people online and say, do you want to join them? So you don't even have to actively look.
That's cool.
But yeah, and so yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. We've covered it before, but it just feels so good on PSVR 2. I think the frame rate is pretty flawless. I'm sure in the menus I've seen the frame rate drop. There's some odd performance hiccups in the menus, but during the actual game, during the races, yeah, absolutely spot on. Can't fault it. It really does give you a proper. I'm playing it on normal, or whatever. Yeah, whatever they call the difficulties. It's a default one, and it can be. Some of the races are tough. You can't really make mistakes, or you can't make many mistakes. But I've not got I think is the 4 bikes you can unlock. Can't remember. See, on the Quest version, because we had like this sort of like I think it was like a preview review build. We had like an access code to unlock a few million credits, so you could just buy everything and try it out. Where on this, no, I've not got that. So it's nice to actually have to work to get the upgrades. You can customize your bike as well, put logos on it, create your own stuff. And it's decent. There's different modes. You've got your normal sort of race and shoot the other bikes mode. There's one what's on there. It does sort of kind of look like Tron.
So I'm just thinking now, watching this. I'm just watching this now, thinking, I want a Tron light cycle game now. Watching this,
yeah, and it is really good. It's like, why are we suddenly getting good games? I'm not complaining, but it's like bizarre to get so many games.
It's great, isn't it, for a change?
It's great. It's nice. It is nice. Did we put the price down?
I think it's $24.99, right?
Oh, £24.49 apparently.
Oh, 49. Sorry, yeah.
That's a bit weird.
So
Impact Reality actually published this on PSN, where I think is it Vertex Breakers who made it. I think they self-published on Steam, maybe. Impact have done the publishing on PSN. But yeah, it's good. It is very, very good. If you like Wipeout, you've got to play it.
Yeah, I've not got anything to add really on this one, because this is one of the games that's fell by the wayside for me because there's been so much that's been released that I've been putting more time into. But I did go into it, and the first thing I think I said to you guys was it feels like a completely different game to the one on Quest, because it's got more of a spectacle to it. It just feels like the environments, everything looks better in this, and I think that makes a big difference. One of the things why Wipeout worked in terms of a racing game is you're going around all these futuristic cities as well. So you've got all these really good environments. Not that that's where your focus is, or that should even matter, but it does make a difference. And this has got some really nice environments to it as well. The fact that the frame rate is rock solid from what I've seen when I played it as well. It looks really sharp and clear in the PSVR 2, and it's the control system is good as well. So it gives you like a full variety in the same way that the Quest version did as well. You've got a variety of ways that you can go about controlling it. One of the ways I really couldn't get on with, but luckily there's multiple ways that you can adjust it. And the straightforward leaning, the first one, like the default method that it gives you, is the one that I felt most comfortable with, to be honest.
Same.
But yeah, really, really good game, and it does feel like a different game to the Quest version, and maybe I need to go back into the Quest version just to compare, but that's how it feels to me when I went in briefly anyway.
I think it's purely down to the performance. The Quest one, I was always sort of thinking, I just wish it ran better. But this version is it's really good.
Do
you
want to touch briefly on Sweet Swindle? I forgot to mention as well. You want about options there. in the options of Sweet Surrender, you can actually have a 72 or 90 hertz mode, which I thought was pretty good of the dev to do that. And it's got multiple gun angles. You can change the gun angles and smooth turning. I often moan about smooth turn speed. So the options for Sweet Surrender were great. I meant to mention that as well, but I forgot. So sorry about that. But yeah. So VRacer Hoverbike. And now the next game, I don't know if to move straight over to our resident Presto the Magician to talk about this. And it is Demeo X Dungeons and Dragons Battlemarked, which we've all played. And who wants to own up to being Presto? It was Rog, by the way. No, it wasn't. It was Gary.
Yeah.
We played, just an in-joke there, because when you throw the dice and it lands on the skull and it doesn't work, Gary was doing that quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, I had a bad run of luck. Bad run of luck. That's what it comes down to. And all of a sudden I get this nickname, and that's all I'm getting called now, Presto, constantly, all the time.
Yeah, because I said that, didn't it? Because Gary did it and his magic all messed up. We were trying to defeat these trolls or whatever. And I said, I shouldn't have Presto on than Gary.
Yeah.
Presto is a character from Dungeons and Dragons, the cartoon from the 80s. So a little reference for you there to go and have a look if you don't know who that is. But yeah, this is fantastic. I mean, it's if you're into your Demeo battles, it's very much like an extended Demeo in story mode, isn't it, Rog, really? There's a lot of story to it. Obviously, the D&D side of it, different areas to go to. I mean, Roger and myself jumped in it yesterday just to get some footage, and we got killed on the very first side quest mission, Gary. So we didn't even get to the story.
So yeah,
it's hard. It's hard.
This is where it's made us question, hasn't it, about the balancing? Because when the three of us played it, we did fine until we got to that boss fight, at which point we struggled. Whereas when when me and Lee played it, just the two of us, on the side quest, it felt like that same difficulty.
You could look at it that way, or you could look at it as the lack of Presto maybe was more significant than you're willing to admit. That's all. I'm just saying that's all. We played. I don't know, like
a few hours,
2-3 hours, was it?
3 hours?
No, I looked. It was 4. I looked.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I looked on Quest Game Optimizer at the time on it.
Right.
It might have even been 3 minutes 59. 3 hours 59. Yeah.
So at the minute we're on that is it the final boss battle of that first?
I don't know.
I think that first.
I think it is.
Campaign.
I think it is, isn't it?
It felt like a big boss battle, didn't it?
It felt, We died on the first attempt, but we're currently about halfway through the second attempt, and we're doing much better. So I'm quietly confident we can do it. What do you reckon? I don't know, but
no chance.
No, probably not. But I really enjoyed it, and it's been such a long time since I played Demeo that it feels the same as Demeo. I mean, I know there's some little subtle differences and some bits different with the menu and stuff, but it feels almost the same as Demeo to me. So, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with that anyway. And you've got these different campaigns. I think you get is it 2 campaigns they've got at the moment, or
there's a frost and ice one and like the mushroom one.
The mushroom one, the one we're playing.
They are bringing others out next year as well, so there will be some more campaigns added to it, DLC stuff, I think.
But
I believe.
It's pretty impressive, and it works well. We should probably mention some of the bugs that we had when we were playing it, though. And I don't know if there's been any.
There has been a patch,
right? Okay.
There was a 2 gig patch, but I still encountered one as well on Roger's video, which was quite amusing. But yeah, I mean, like you. Sorry, Gary, go on. We're going to talk about putting cards down, and I'm not appearing.
Well, it was more down to the fact that the main one that I noticed was either cards going missing or it not registering you using the card, and those were the 2 things really that I noticed when I played. So for me, the one that happened to me, and I know other things happened to you guys as well, but the one that happened to me is between the levels, you get the opportunity to pick some cards for your deck as well as you go through the next area, spend some of the money that you've earned. And I selected a few cards, and then I think at least one, I think maybe 2 of them didn't actually appear in my deck when I got into the next area to use them, because I'd made sure that I kitted it out so I had 9 cards, and when I got in there I only had 7. So something had gone wrong there. And then I think Rog and Lee, you both had various issues with putting cards down in it not registering them.
Yeah,
I think that's why I got killed on the boss, because I went to use my healing potion and I dropped it above my head and it used the card but didn't heal me.
Yeah.
So I'd like hardly got any health. And yesterday when me and Roger playing, I tried to put a companion down. I got the companion card, which was a wolf. I popped it down and it just disappeared. There was nothing there. But then when I shot an arrow to kill one of the trolls, you heard the dog squeal. So obviously it's gone through the dog that's not visible on the screen. So there was that.
There's odd things that go off. There was the instance where I was trying to use, I can't remember what skill it was, but I was trying to use a card.
It was a healing one, wasn't it? But it didn't do anything, I think.
It didn't do anything. And then on the next turn, it was suddenly back in my deck when it should have been used up, but it hadn't worked. So there's
a few little things that need ironing out. I mean, because Demeo and Demeo Battles runs flawless. I can't even remember any bugs or anything about that being an issue at all. I mean, what I will say as well is, as the map itself, you are set in like a room as such, and it's got big posts on the wall all the way around you, and that doesn't change. You can't move out and move around the room. I don't think you can you? Unless you're walking around physically to have a look.
No,
but
I don't think so.
I'd like maybe some more environments for that. Going back to Stranger Things again, I spoke to Rog and said, wouldn't it be great to have Mike's basement as one of the backgrounds, as a DLC, and you're playing there. But yeah, it's incredibly hard. It does save regular. So if people are questioning, do I have to play it for hours before it saves?
No, it's all the time. Yeah. All the time.
Everything, like every 10, 15 seconds or something. If you go to your menu, it'll say last save 5 seconds ago, or whatever. So you can jump really out whenever.
Yeah.
And it will, if you all three of you want to jump in, or 4 again, jump in another time, it will just carry on from where you were on that save game. So that part they've implemented great. And another thing as well is, when I was picking your character now, I've noticed you can change colours. So you can change your eye colour, your hair colour. And I thought, why do I need to change my eye colour? You can't even see it. But you can, because if you zoom right in super close, you can see the facial expressions and the eyes and the colour of their eyes on the characters, which is amazing. I mean, I do like it's quite intuitive to move. You hold the grip buttons and you pull out wide to go zoom in, or you push closer to rotate and get smaller. But when you are wide, like Roger probably agree as well, it takes a lot more movement to move around. If
you're really zoomed in, it feels like you have to sort of grab and grab. Doesn't. When you zoom in, it needs to scale up and amplify the movement of your hands.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, and that was a problem with the old games as well. When you zoomed out fully, that's fine. It feels like you're just grabbing the small table, and pulling it instantly to the position you want. But when you zoomed in, it feels like there's too much effort involved to move across the table. But that aside,
PD says, can you play solo? And you can't you? You can either go in completely on your own, or you can equip like just a team that you can play all the characters with.
I don't know. I never tried. I assume you can.
We saw somebody on their own, didn't they, Rog? Because we said, there's somebody playing this on their own. Yeah. That's madness. And then we're like, well, does the AI take over? Or can you pick AI characters to join you? So we've not tried that bit yet, so I wouldn't know. If
it works same as Demeo, then you control the other characters, don't you? Yeah. As far as I know. Yeah. And you can choose as many as you want. You can either, I don't know if you can go in completely on your own, if you can just select at least 2 characters and then control both of them. I'm not sure, but yeah.
I mean, there's 6 characters, isn't there, you can pick from in total, but you can have 4-player at one time, 4-player co-op. And I mean, this is available like on PS5, it's available on Mac, it's available on PC, PC VR, PSVR 2. So you can play it flat screen if you so desired as well. But I think the benefits of playing it in VR are obviously, like we've just said, you're in the environment, you can zoom in, you can look around, and the aspect of it is really cool. I mean, I really like it. I love Demeo anyway. Yeah, I just suck at that.
It sounds like Hippie Pickle wants to go shooting Gene Stealers or whatever they were called. I can't remember. Space Crusade, Space Hulk. If you ever played those games, I remember playing. A friend of mine used to have the old tabletop game back in the. Oh, good grief! Far too long ago now. Scary.
I played a game like that back in the day with my friend, and the movement on that, you like had 2 armies on 2 sides of the table. But I don't think it was Space Marine, but it was something like that where you had a ruler where because I'm a noob to all these types of games. I don't have a clue about any of this stuff. But you have a ruler where you move the different characters, the different distances. Yeah, what's that? Is that any of these?
Did Warhammer?
It might have been Warhammer. Yeah, it might have been Warhammer. Yeah.
Again, I knew somebody it was a friend of a friend, but we all ended up used to play D&D, and and GURPS as well, if you remember GURPS and Middle Earth. But he in one of his bedrooms, he had a big proper table map painted and everything. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, don't knock it. Superman likes it. Well, the ex-Superman liked it.
Yeah.
He's a big Warhammer fan. Another thing on the video you might see is you get like every time you level up, you get a point, don't you? So you can add traits to your character. So I had like 12. I got like 1 million cards, and I could add those to my character, which was quite handy. But you can also get like different power-ups and things like that. And because we went in with our characters that are quite leveled up, right? Roger, level 6 or 7, and we still got creamed. But, because we decided to use them.
That is good. That the whatever levels you get playing through a campaign, if you start a new campaign, the character you use still keeps those levels. Yeah,
that's really good. And I think this is 20. Did you say the price? Is it $29.99?
Oh.
Yeah, I think we said 25 quid over here, and it's
$29.99 US.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 25 quid over here.
But thanks to the devs for sending us access to that, because that's one I really wanted, and I was super happy when we got access to that. And I was like, oh, can I give it to my Recentered friends too? And so thank you, Amber. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So Demeo is great.
It is. Yeah. $24.99.
Yeah. Going into the news. November VR Showcase. Is it the VR Gaming Showcase? I get lost of which one's called what. Is it the VR Gaming Showcase?
Whichever the last one was. That one.
Yeah, well, that one.
VR Game Showcase, is it?
Yeah.
I think it's that. It's the one by Jamie Feltham, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the one, yeah. So there are a few titles there that caught our eye. I think the first one being Orcs Must Die, which is a big main fan favorite, right? I think
I think main fan played through the flat ones, didn't he, with UEVR? I've never played any of them.
No, I haven't either. But this is also, we weren't sure if it was co-op. I think Hippie Pickle said it was co-op on his stream of it, wasn't it?
So
it's going to be co-op as well.
So if it isn't, I blame Hippie Pickle. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, it looks kind of cool. I don't really know what you're supposed to do in it. Is it just a level progressor, or
it was sort of? It's a bit tower defense, isn't it? You put traps down and stuff, and then waves come at you. But with the VR one, it was like you sort of run around first person with a crossbow and various melee weapons and all sorts of stuff. So I've never played it, so it'll be brand new to me anyway.
I mean, when's that coming out? Do we know, or should I research that again as well?
Is it next year? Is it beginning of next year?
Oh yeah.
Might be on the end of this trailer.
Maybe. I can't remember. Does it say?
We've just got to wait. Just everyone go silent for a minute. Let's just.
January 2026.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
It looked fun though. Didn't it? It looked like a fun shooter. So
yeah, say main fan really seems to rate the flat ones.
I like the look of it. It's got like a cartoony type vibe to it. So that'd be one that we can pick up and play for sure. Oh, is that it? Do you want to go to the next one? Sorry.
Go on. You're hosting. Go on.
It was. I mean, this one caught my interest, but I'm not sure if this is single player or multiplayer again. I think it might be single, which
I'm sure I saw more. Oh, I don't know.
Do you see multiplayer? Or was this the one I got confused at? Because I like the look of it. It's called Knights of Fiona, which is like a JRPG type anime VR game. If you've ever seen, oh God, I can't remember the name of it now. I'll remember it later on when I'm trying to play that one where they got stuck in the VR universe in like a Japanese manga thing. Remember that?
Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online, that's it, yeah. So it looked very much kind of that sort of aesthetic to it.
Yes, online co-op. Online co-op.
It is online co-op. I mean, I thought this looked really good.
So it says on Steam.
Graphically, PC VR, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
It looked nice. I think that's coming out later on next year as well. It's one to keep an eye on. I'm interested in playing it. I'm not sure if it's. I don't think it'll be turn-based, will it? It just looks like full-on action to me.
Yeah, I think it will be. So Onikazu says as well by the guys that did Ruins Magus. I don't know if any of his played that one.
I never played
that.
No, I didn't.
I played a bit of it, which was I got stuck, so, like really early on. But yeah, I do know the art style is kind of cool. So if it's quite a big open world, it'll be really good to play. I think it looks good. I can get the weapons and create that. So I'm looking forward to that one. And then the other one we saw, which was called The Lightkeepers, which again is co-op, I believe. And I don't really know any more than that, apart from it's based off something else, whether it's a film or a book or research again, Lee, next time. It's something like that. And I think it's like you're basically setting up. Is it like a wave shooter where you're setting up barricades and things, and then monsters are coming towards you, and then the day comes, and then you go out and get resources, and then do the same sort of thing? I could be wrong, but I think that's possibly what it's like. And that one's coming out soon. I just like the whole misty kind of vibe, secrety, spooky, Scooby-Doo kind of look to it. But I think right at the end, it just shows you this lighthouse with like a giant squid tentacle type thing over it or something on the video. And yeah, that's coming out next year as well. So it looks like you've got to protect the light, maybe keep the lighthouse on while all these monsters are attacking you. I like the look of it. It looks cool, coming 2026.
Yep. And
that's the games that really interested us. I mean, they've just brought out, is it a poll for VR Game of the Year? It is the same. It is Jamie again, isn't it?
Oh no,
that's the
big one. No. This is the big one. This is the VR Game Awards. This is just the Game Awards VR category
that I saw. I thought it because it looked kind of similar to what the graphics what they do. So
no,
what games are on it? It was like Deadpool, Ghost Town,
Arcanage. Arcanage was on there. Then it had that
stop motion one.
Yeah, the stop motion one.
Midnight Walk.
Yeah.
And
another one.
And another one. So yeah, I think out of all those, because I said to Roger, well, I'd have to vote Ghost Town because that's the only one I've played.
I'd have to say really. Arcanage out of them. I've not finished Arcanage, but yeah.
Just from a technical point of view, out of that list, the Arcanage guys deserve it.
Yeah, I did like the part I played of it. And that's another game I need to get more into. We've got so many games now to play. It's crazy. I'm always moaning that there's no games.
I like Ghost Town as well. I'm glad it's in there. Really, to be honest. Yeah, because that. I
mean, I played that with a knackered wrist for 2 days solid.
Yeah.
But just the end. I think I don't spoil the ending, but part of the ending sort of grated on me and Roger a bit, repetitive wise. So if you ever play it, you'll realise what part I mean. But as in story, the animation and the stop motion capture. Obviously not got that, but it works really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, that bit in Ghost Town where you have got that slightly repetitive at the end and where you're doing that section, that just reminded me of there's a part in Metro Awakening which is just a nightmare section, and you go back to it and it was just it's like one of those mazes where it changes every time you go through it, like a PT kind of corridor system that you're going through, but it changes all the time. But so you have to just keep progressing through, keep working your way through it, even though you don't know where you're going and it's changing anyway. It's just really frustrating. I hate those. I hate maze sections in games like that. But yeah, it just reminded me of that. But yeah, it's good. It's a good game anyway. Ghost Town is.
Yeah.
If you like your puzzle stuff. And I do. But do you want to touch on the Steam frame or
just quickly? I think it's worth just touching on it quickly anyway.
Because I mean, the audio podcast, I haven't heard us speak about it. But like I said, please go and check us out on YouTube because Steve joined us as well. And we had a good, thorough discussion about it. And like some of the things that we said, we were not alone with what other people were thinking as well.
It's the community, the VR community does seem to be divided on it. Definitely. I think the Valve Defense Force was they were definitely there. But I think that the immediate initial off-the-cuff reaction was it was just a disappointment about the display, and that is probably the only thing, or it's just because it's like it's coming out, it'll be out next year, and then at that point you've got the same. Effectively, it's slightly different, but effectively the same resolution what the Quest will have had for like 2+2 going on 3 years.
The same as the Pico 4. Yeah.
So it's...
like I said to you as well, I think I've come to the realization that they are catering for the audience they've got on Steam. So they're going by what graphics card, what processors, they've got all the information they know. And I think this is kind of based on a 3060 for people who have a 3060 card, going by what I'm reading. And I think it's one of the most popular cards, if not the popular card used on Steam, which is what I've got, which is kind of base VR at the very, very least. But I did play, when I had the Pico, playing Half-Life Alyx, things like that, it ran absolutely fine. So I think mainly the catering with that display for those type of PCs, and they're not looking at it as well, you guys with the 5080s and the 5090s and stuff. They're going from a hardware perspective of what they know they've got. If that makes any sense.
I think what they're doing is they're trying to, and somebody mentioned it in chat as well. Robert Dodge said price is key, and that pretty much sums up what we were saying in that original initial reactions to this. And it's true. I agree. Yeah. I think it's absolutely what it comes down to, because this is clearly been designed to keep specs within a certain limit in order to keep costs down. And absolutely, it's the right decision that they should make. If they want to get, there's no point in pushing another, micro OLED display like a Play for Dream out there. We've got a Play for Dream. They're not going to sell well. Even if Steam did a headset of those specs, like with micro OLED displays with those really ultra high resolutions, not that any of us expected them to go that far, there'd be no point in them doing it because they just wouldn't be able to sell it for anything less than $2,000. So what they've done, they've kept all these specs within, tight constraints really in order to keep the cost down, if they can keep it down enough. And I think that's still what it comes down to, whether these specs are what people are willing to pay $600, $700, $800 for, because I think that's really realistically the price range that it's going to go for. Might be as high as $900, we don't know. And the more I've learned about this as well, I've got to admit I'm more interested in it now than I was initially, only because I do like the idea of having that dedicated dongle, that dedicated thing. It's got these two wireless chips in the headset as well, one dedicated to just a general internet connection, and then one dedicated to that live, that dongle. So you're going to get perfect performance, hopefully, if it all plays out is the way we hope.
Yeah.
Together with that foveated streaming, the eye tracking is not going to be cheap. It's keeping all these expectations in place, and I just if it goes for like £600, which is probably the best case scenario, I will be getting one. I'll definitely be getting one for that price. I suspect it's probably going to be higher than that. It's just how much higher, and it's a tough one.
I hope it's not much higher, because I've just forked out Black Friday stuff. So
Yeah. Well, my plan is at the moment now we know it's going to be out probably early next year. I am putting a little bit of money aside. I'll probably have around about £600 saved up by then anyway, just putting a little bit aside. And then however much it comes in above that will dictate whether I get it or not, really. I think that's what it comes down to. I do want one, and the resolution doesn't bother me. That's one of the things I'm not too bothered about. What's more concerning to me is based on what other people have said, like Norm from Tested and some of the other hands-on, the brightness of the display and the lack of contrast. It looks washed out. These kinds of things are way more, because I'm okay with that resolution in a Quest 3, but I can't really take a drop in contrast or brightness and things like that. And if you look at the specs of this, the specs of the Quest 3, the official specs state around 100 nits to your eye in terms of brightness. Valve have said that this delivers around 100 nits to the eye, so it should be comparable, but the hands-on reports seem to state that it's not quite as bright as a Quest 3. Which maybe...
I mean, the contrast was a bit meh on Pico as well,
on
the main menus and things. But when I actually got into gaming, I mean, I played the Bendy mod in VR, and it looked great in the headset. So it depends, like you say, what it's going to look like. That's the only thing what puts me off, because if I buy it, or allegedly, if I ever get enough money to buy something like that, and it doesn't look as good as my Quest 3, and then I'll be disappointed. But I've been back and forth. Yeah, I really need one. No, I don't need one. Yeah, I need one. No, I don't need one. And at the moment, I'm more torn towards I do, because of these stupid bloody meta firmware updates that keep sucking every single time. I want to get rid of that and just go on something that is open, and they're not going to force things for me to install or anything like that. That's, the opennesses and Arch Linux as well. I've been running a laptop on Arch Linux for 6 months. I do like that. So that's more. The operating system is more to me than what Meta's is, with it being closed off and this Horizon shovelware shite down your throat every 2 minutes. I want to get rid of.
I think we've got to accept the fact that it's, of course, everybody knows, everybody that's in this bubble knows that it's going to be more expensive than a Quest 3, and probably quite a lot more. And we understand the reasons why it's going to be more expensive. The eye tracking alone, it's going to add some cost and things like that to it. all these other decisions they've made, whether it's got the resolution, it is the fact that the resolution is not higher than the Quest 3 is probably the main thing that's disappointing. I think what it comes down to is the expectation of what we had with the Index. And this is what I said last time as well. When Valve released their last headset, the Index was pushing specs and it was expensive compared to the other headsets that we had around that time as well. Relatively, you know, the CV1 around the time the Index was released came with controllers and it was like 350 quid. So it was more than double the price of a CV1, but they were pushing specs more and they had all these other things with it. So I think the community just felt like Valve were going to do that again for around that similar kind of price. And I really hope they can get this down to something like $700. I know I'm going around in circles with the price, but I think that is the most important thing about this headset, if it's going to be any kind of impact at all, really.
Yeah. I hope the lenses are on par with Quest, because that will be a big bonus, because the lenses are fantastic in the Quest 3 I'm talking about. It's just one of them things where they bought it out and no one knows the price and it's just sending us mad. Or, I mean, I sent one article, I put it on our Discord saying, and these are journalists, by the way, that said, to triangulate, we reckon it'll be around about between $500 and $1,000. It's like, well, that narrows it down because that's what we all think anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty much what Valve themselves have said, haven't they? They're aiming below the price of the Index full kit, which was $1,000. So if they're aiming below that price, it's not going to be hugely below, maybe. And I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough.
No, I don't. The price is key. Price is either going to kill it or not. Because if it's too expensive, those that are on the fence will go, I'm not bothered. And so it's got to be the price. But I don't want it to be a price where everybody buys it and then I can't buy it because they're out of stock for 6 months.
It depends how much they're willing to subsidise it, doesn't it? That is the absolute key thing.
And it's very community driven as well, or community dependent, which is something that, you know, obviously the Quest isn't, but they're dependent on people to make mods or adapt things and adapt programs for it. So I think it'll be encouraging for people like that who like to tinker, which is something I like to see as well. Whereas, I mean, we don't get it much on the Quest. I mean, we do get, and again, you know, Quest Games Optimizer, which we were going to touch on as well, because you jumped in our Discord and spoke to us, right? And I fanboyed a little bit when he DM'd me. And we've been using thank you for the battery optimizer, by the way. I've been using it, but I've not actually had it where my Kiwi strap has run out of battery, so I don't know if it's told me yet that my battery's low, because I wanted that. Whereas you'll probably get things like that on the Steam frame. They're going to have different manufacturers making different battery packs, and I'm sure, in fact, I've no doubt that on the Steam frame you'll be able to see the percentage of whatever battery pack you've got used on it, as opposed to Quest not telling you, because they've got it set specifically for their head strap. That's another thing. I mean, I'm just presuming here, but I reckon that's pretty much going to.
But did want to say, give a shout out to Anagan79 who does Quest Games Optimizer. Because I had a few questions, so I've got in touch with him, and he's been really nice and chatting with us and everything. And I did put a tweet out, because I absolutely mean it. It's like it's the best $10 you can spend if you own a Quest, as long as you're willing to go go for developer mode, especially if you're recording video and everything. But he has got some other stuff on there as well. It's like a playtime VR thing, which is like a more dedicated monitoring the amount of time you've been in your games, and like I think you can generate reports about how long you've been playing stuff and whatever.
Yes,
the weird thing is, I didn't realize. You might think, well, Quest Games Optimizer tells you how long you've been in the game, but this thing is useful if you don't actually want to go into developer mode. You can install it without developer mode, which I didn't even realize you could. And they say there's like the battery thing as well. There's an APK installer and whatever, and these other things he's got on there. They're only like a few dollars each, $2 or $3 each or something. But if you've not got Quest Games Optimizer, it's too useful. We've nailed our recording method now, thanks to that.
Yeah, I mean, Steve David 13's port need to figure out how to do that with Steam for Quest Games Optimizer. Oh, the SBS. I don't know if there'll be something like that on Steam. I did speak to the Quest Games Optimizer guy saying, Quest Games, Steam Games Optimizer, by any chance? And he said, well, Steam will have their own thing anyway that you can tinker and mess about with, so he's not really looking at doing that. But I presume there will be some sort of 3D SBS recording available. These are all things that we just think maybe, but on the Steam frame, I can see that being a thing as well.
Yeah.
And then Artful said there's no Quest 4 coming until 2027, which I spoke about with Rog saying, did you not rethink they're not going to one until 2027? And apparently there isn't. If there is going to be one, because I think going by Bradley's tweet the other day, apparently the Quest 4 was going to be very similar to what the Steam frame is, but with the slightly higher res and eye tracking as well. So no difference there. But I'm still a bit on the fence whether they'll release a Quest 4 in 2 years' time or see how their new lightweight headset with the battery pack is doing or what. We don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whatever this. Yeah, if they do release this thing with like the sort of like the puck or the the offloaded battery. It's will it go down?
It did go on to say that Pico may be releasing something similar soon, which goes back again to what I spoke about with Rog on our video. Is not heard from Pico for a while. So
yeah,
I mean it's all conjecture and speculation, Your Honor, but I don't know.
It's like Michelle says. She says, I think they'll sneak a Quest Pro 2. I mean, that's what that thing next year sort of sounds like, doesn't it? It's like they're going for a higher end thing again.
Yeah, it sounds like, because it's going to have the next iteration of the XR2 chip, like the Gen 3 or something like that. I think they it's nothing set in stone, and these are all just reports that are coming out anyway. But yeah, the fact that they're going, it's going to be higher cost. So you sort of think it's probably going to approach that sort of higher, sort of towards $1,000 and stuff. So
well, it's like Jindal says, I think adding Pro to anything is more of a marketing gimmick. With Meta, it just means it's going to cost a lot. That's
yeah. Thing is, if it's got more power, it's lighter weight. It's difficult. The problem with Meta is they constantly seem to be changing their strategy on what they want to do and where they want to go with this stuff. And this is just the ongoing thing of they wait and see what's happening, where things are taking off, and then drop things or decide to somehow pursue things that seem to be failing as well.
They seem to be a bit too reactive, don't they, sometimes? It's like, oh, we need to do that.
Yeah.
And,
we need to be first. We need to get that out before anybody else so we can rake it all in. Same with these glasses and that. I'm like, you know what I mean?
I think the glass
stereo. I'm not fussed, but
the glasses. Well, they don't interest me that much either personally. But I think the glasses are absolute necessity for them to continue with. There's no way they're going to drop that line. It's going to be ongoing no matter what for them, because so many other companies are going to be there.
Oh, God, there's loads doing them now, isn't there? I mean, you see
there's a lot
on like Tiriel's videos doing all those G2s, and then a lot of Chinese companies doing them as well. And
they're all doing them, but it's going to be Apple. They're the ones that they really want to get ahead of anyway, and Google. It's going to be those. The thing is, there's a lot of these companies that will bring out these first iterations and stuff, and then maybe they're hoping that part of them will be acquired or something like that by one of these bigger companies. It's difficult because you think that if you're a smaller company, you're never going to get a foothold in the way that when Meta or Google or Apple release their products are going to be able to do anything. They're going to dominate anyway, and they all know that these companies are working on those types of glasses anyway. So the glasses are going nowhere, but what happens with the Quest line is up for speculation, I suppose.
I was going to mention it, but Artful's just mentioned it about Lynx. Apparently they're going live in 60 days. Well, it must be a
good luck with the comment section on that one. We'll need some mods in on that. There'll be more mods than people watching.
Yeah. Well, what annoyed me was they said so Lynx. They said something along the lines of that they'd refunded everybody, but I think what they were talking about was the pre-orders, not the Kickstarter backers. They were talking about the pre-orders, not the Kickstarter backers, because nobody, as far as I know, who was a Kickstarter backer has been refunded. But that, again, that's the risk you take as a Kickstarter backer, I in my opinion. But they shouldn't say they've refunded everybody if they've not refunded everybody. That's my
I think they said they've funded most people, and everybody was putting, well, not me.
Nobody.
Somebody asked for it was on a tweet, and I think Upload tweeted something about Lynx, and then straight away everybody was on it about the refunds and things like that. But I think someone said to Stan, well, show your figures what you've done. And all he come out with saying is, oh, we've refunded most people and blah, blah, blah. but still with no figures. So it's just like, well, that's hearsay. You could say, well, yeah, I refunded quite a lot of people. That's not, I've refunded 10,000 or 2,000 or 1,000 or what. So people got annoyed at that. And then I think they've just lost was it the Google
XR?
system?
It's Google XR, yeah.
That was
They've cut them off. So they didn't want nothing to do with them either.
Yeah,
so
we don't know why.
The scenes, who knows what's going on? We don't know what's happened, but
we don't know why with that. But they're doing their own operating system, like an open source operating system that they're then going to sort of allow other people to use on their own headsets if they use it, if they want to.
If that comes out as a Kickstarter, I will.
No, it won't. It's not. They're doing.
They've said they're not.
They're not doing Kickstarter. They're not doing pre-orders. They're doing buy it and they'll ship it the following day. That's when because it's caused them too many problems. But yeah.
Nobody's got any faith in them. Nobody's going to buy anything.
Well, this is the thing. I find it difficult because I try to defend them, honestly. Throughout all of this, I've been trying to defend them, but they make it impossible. I don't know how I can possibly defend them at this point. If they're saying they've refunded, it's difficult because you've got to understand that these are all through tweets and things like that. So you can only say so much, get so many words out in tweets and things. But it turns out that what he meant was they've refunded the pre-orders, not the Kickstarter backers, and that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, it's difficult to. It's difficult.
Yeah. I mean, I've got no say in the matter whatsoever, but I like to put things on and just basically rip them a bit because I'm annoyed for Gary more than anything, and he's one of our boys. Well, that's why I get annoyed at it. I think when Upload put that,
it's all
right. Upload put the comment on about Lynx, and I commented underneath, I trust Keir Starmer more than I do Lynx. And so if you're from the UK, you'll know the irony and the total Mickey take out to that one. But yeah, enough for Lynx. I don't want to talk about him. So, right, let's go on to new and upcoming games. Irreversible, which is out in early access for PC VR, which is published and developed by Delusional Reality Studio. Pardon? Oh, sorry, we've got a tortoise coming in the living room, I believe. So, update. That tortoise comes in. I will show you Sheldon the tortoise. He's banging near the door. Yeah,
hang on. We didn't have tortoise update in the doc. We need to add that for next time. So
yeah, add that. Put it in there.
The tortoise. Yeah, okay.
Coming in. He's making his way in slowly, obviously. But if he comes in, I'll show you guys Sheldon. Back to the game. It's 15.29 on Steam, I believe.
Yeah. And PD put a video out for this, didn't he? It does look good.
Yeah. I thought it looked good. It's a bit like Fire Escape type thing, or is it
Firewatch?
Not Fire Escape.
That's what
you know what I mean? Firewatch.
Firewatch.
Is it Firewatch?
No, what are you thinking of? I thought it looked like I thought it felt like Firewatch. Everybody else, I know PD said it felt like that PSVR game with the aim controller.
Oh, Farpoint.
Farpoint. Yes.
I played through that recently.
He's in. I'll try and keep talking. I'll try and get hold of him, show you.
But yeah, because you were constantly on like comms with somebody, and it very much felt like Firewatch to me. But with a gun.
Yeah. I don't know anything about this one, but yeah, the trailer looks pretty decent, to be honest.
Yeah.
Tortoise update. Tortoise update.
Tortoise update.
Bloody hell. It's good. It's a good size one.
Yeah.
Is it South American? No, my missus say none of that. What is it? It's a leopard, something leopard.
It's a tortoise, mate. It's not a leopard.
It's a tortoise. So you come in
shell tortoise or something, but no, it's 10 years old. So you know the giant ones, what you see in parks or whatever, the huge ones. He will eventually grow to that size, but I'll be dead long before that, so it won't be my bother. But that's Sheldon, everybody. So go watch the video if you listen to this on the audio podcast and check out Sheldon.
World's first
tortoise on a VR podcast. Yeah, you don't get that on Virtual Strangers. Anyway, right. Next game, Cozy Worlds on Quest, which is developed by VR Together, $9.99. I've not heard about this one, so I will wait to see what you guys say.
Well, Gary, this is
the dev contacted me to see if I wanted to play it and make a video on it or something like that, but it wasn't really my kind of thing, to be honest, looking at the trailer. But I thought I'd just mention it just to make people aware that this is like a quest game where it's like a relaxing world building game where you can sort of mold your own worlds and things like that. So it's for people that like that laid back, relaxing kind of meditative type of game. You can check this out.
Something like that on Google, didn't there? There used to be the Google Paint thing, or there's something in VR that we used to have, but then it got shut down, but then they opened it up. They opened it all up, didn't they?
Oh, there
to
is.
anyone.
Are you talking about Tilt Brush? That kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's Tilt Brush.
Similar to that.
Yeah, so Google did Tilt Brush and they did Blocks as well. They did a program called Blocks, and I think they abandoned both of them, but then opened them up to open source type thing. Yeah. This one's more. I don't think it's got that level of freedom. And there's more. I think there's stuff that you can do in this as well, but it's more the fact that you've got this set palette of things that you can fashion environments with. Basically, that's what this one is focused on. But yeah.
So Arthur's just put is waiting for the Ninja Turtles release. I should have brought it up when we started talking about turtles.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, but that's just one for people that are interested in that kind of laid back thing anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks kind of cool. Something to chill out to play and create. Yeah. And if you're creative in that way, then this might be something.
Again, it's I didn't want to look at it just because I knew it's not my type of thing. So it would, it'd be, it's pointless.
I'm not very good at designing and stuff. I'm pretty basic. I play Minecraft. It's the 9x9. It's just a square building. I'm not very good at doing things like that. But another game that I saw on Twitter as well, and I think I mentioned this to you in our Discord, and Roger was like, "This is the first. How can we just hear about this?" Which is the Men in Black Most Wanted. Now, this has come out of the blue. It's a bit weird, and I think it releases, 5th of December, so like a couple of weeks this is out. And I don't know anything about this game, or didn't know it was even coming out. I believe I saw a tweet the other day from GT which said Steve's the worst at breaking embargoes on the planet, or something like that, because it looks like him, Tigress, and Steve, and Beardo went to some sort of Men in Black thing. So maybe they've tried the game. It looks like they maybe have done, but it's another one that's got like we don't really know what it looks like because it's all like not CGI, but it's all pre-done animation, isn't it? So we don't
really show you anything, does it?
No, it doesn't show anything. But
yeah, it's like, where the hell did this come from? It's a bit of a surprise one.
Another one that looks kind of cool though, if they can get it, as I say, it looks cool, but it's going to be a good game if they can get it right.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5th of December anyway, so not long to wait.
We'll find out.
Yep.
We'll find out before from the big VR YouTubers. But I think that's about it, apart from anything else spinning on time. But then we did get access very kindly. Thank you very much to, I think it's called Topia Studios. And is it Paramount? I'm not sure if it's Paramount or not. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Empire City. We had access to that. And it was like it's basically just the hub area where you jump in for multiplayer, I guess. It's very, again, cartoony, slightly Borderlands looky. It threw me out because there was a slight little bug when me and Rog played it, because he'd got tiny little arms like T-Rex, and I'm like, oh, my arm's massive.
Sorry. I'm in trouble with my mum, so I've just got a text about it.
I thought you were texting your missus to say that Lee just bought a tortoise on screen. My God, what's going on with this podcast? But yeah, I mean, it looked really nice, didn't it, Rog? And I picked the weapons up and I held the weapons. I thought, well, they spot on. I really want to jump in and play some of the gameplay now to see what it's like. I mean, 4-player co-op on this with your mates could be a right laugh.
Yeah.
And it's got like an arcade machine where you could like pick your character, and you got them all: Leonardo, Michelangelo, Days Detello, and the other one. But it's in the Lair, and it's just a brief look at what the game's aesthetics look like, the movement, and I thought it looked really good. So I'm very hopeful for this one, especially like I said, co-op.
Yeah, I'd say there's literally nothing to do in this demo.
No, just walk around and pick things up.
Yeah, there's no mission or anything. You can't actually do anything, but it just lets you sort of see what it's going to look like. And again, it's another one of these cartoony sort of cell shaded sort of aesthetic sort of things. But given the actual nature of the game and the source, I grew up watching the original cartoon, and so I think this sort of fits. If you're going to use that art style for a game, then fair enough.
Although it wasn't called that when we were kids, because it was such a hardcore word. It was called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
We had Hero Turtles. Yes, that's bizarre. Bizarre.
I used to have a Teenage Mutant Heroes Forest T-shirt for football. They brought all the different football ones out, didn't they? Things like that. If I find the picture, I'll put it on our Discord and show you.
Again, going to the same group,
going
back to the same group of people who are on about the Warhammer setup and everything. I know one of them had the role playing game as well, which I think was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangenesses. I think that's where it came from originally.
Oh right.
Yeah, I do remember that from far too long ago. But yeah, it looks like it might be okay.
Right? Early 90s when it came out, cartoon wise.
I can't. It might have
been
looks
like 80s. That kind of look, doesn't it?
It was late 80s.
80s, was it really?
80s.
Yeah, it was late 80s. But yeah.
Because I mean, now I didn't like pizza then, but I do now, and it wasn't because of the cartoon or anything. But I didn't start eating pizza till about 18. But yeah, I could definitely. It made me want to sit and watch while we were trying it because we're on comms, weren't we? While we were trying it, and I said, "I want pizza now." I've been playing this.
Is the tortoise? I can't speak. Is the tortoise toilet trained? Try saying that fast.
Absolutely not. No. No, trust me.
Oh dear.
No.
Oh man.
It's honestly they're not slow, mate. They're super quick. When they've had some of the heat lamp and that, and it's like area, they're really quick. They're like climbing on things, jumping around. I can hear bottles trying in the kitchen and stuff. He's trying to climb in cupboards. All sorts. Great. Anyway, more Sheldon talk next time on the podcast.
That's it.
But Thrill of the Fight 2, is it out? I can't read it. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
The single player campaign, that was it.
Yeah, I put this on because it's come out. I don't know if it's counted as coming out of early access, but it's now got a single player campaign. It released quite a while back, and I think I picked this up when I still had some. I think I had some Quest credit that I needed to spend before it ran out, and so I picked it up when it was cheaper. It's gone up in price now that the campaign's there. So I stuck it on for 10 minutes just to have a look at. That's why I've put it here. I didn't want to cover it in the main thing because I've not really played it. Yeah, I thought it looked all right in the headset. Actually, it runs very well. That's literally all I can say. I've had 10 minutes.
It looks energetic already, straight off the bat to me, and I'm like, nah,
yes,
I can't do that.
Extremely.
I played the original. I played the original quite a bit actually in the Quest, and that's great as well. And you can play that with mixed reality, so the boxer is in the room as well, and I presume you can do that in this as well.
I think there might have been, but I didn't have a look.
Yeah,
I've got a feeling there might be. Yeah,
that's almost invaluable because when you're moving around a lot and you don't want to punch, the walls and stuff like that, it's great to play this game like that. This has actually got joystick movement on it. Which did the first one have that? I thought I'd read that the first one didn't. I don't think so. I've definitely never used that movement in that game. If it does, but yeah.
So you can pretty much on this one at least you can stand in one spot and not worry too much.
Right.
But yeah, if you've got the room to move around, then obviously that's probably be better. But yeah, I thought it actually looked okay in the headset, and I say it ran really well as well. So yeah. If you want a boxing game, give it a look. It's probably not my sort of thing. But
I did a boxing workout once in a gym. This is years back, and it nearly killed me. I did like 10 minutes, and it about killed me.
It's the first one. I mean, I played that. That is like legitimately a proper workout game. That is, if you want to burn some calories, that will do it for you.
Yeah,
easily.
I literally say I had 10 minutes in this, maybe 15, and good God,
yeah, I'm knackered after 15 minutes in it.
It's The problem I've got with these is because you've got no sort of physical impact, I always feel like I'm overreaching, and it knackers me. It knackers me. Yeah,
I don't think it can be good for your joints. That kind of if you go too at it,
at our age.
Yeah,
if you're of a certain age, definitely not.
Yep.
I mean, what you could do is you could play the Turtles game, eat a pizza, and then play Through the Fight 2 to work those calories
burn it off. Yep.
So
perfect.
That sounds like
in a
fun.
routine. And I think the final game we've got is it iRobot?
Yeah, just stuck this on the end because I know a few other people mentioned it. We've covered this before on PSVR 2. But the PC version didn't have VR support when it came out. And apparently it got added about 3 months back.
Oh, right.
Nobody noticed because I think Virtual Strangers have just covered it and somebody else just covered it as well.
Yeah, I noticed, yeah.
Oh, right. So everybody missed it. Everybody missed the PC version getting the update.
That's interesting. How much is it on PC? Do you know? I'll have a quick look because
I have no idea.
We've not researched it, obviously.
Yeah, of course not.
But didn't we mention this before though? Sure, we rings.
We have.
The
PlayStation one. Yeah, it's £12.79.
Yeah.
I really liked
just come to Steam.
No, it was out on Steam before. It's just it didn't have VR.
Ah, right, I get you.
Yeah.
It is Jeff Minter, isn't it? This.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one, yeah.
Yep. And yeah, I think it's probably my favourite VR Jeff Minter game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I like Polybius when that on PSVR, the original one. I installed that again actually because I got the original PSVR. I installed that and played a little bit of that not too long ago. But I don't know a lot about this one, but it definitely looks like a Jeff Minter game.
Yeah. No, I prefer it to Polybius.
Mm.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
And I think that's about it, unless you've got anything happening in the next few weeks. I mean, I am in Gary's neck of the woods, or around about there. I'm in Leicester Town Centre next Friday. I'm just Christmas shopping. It's not a meet and greet. So if you are knocking around in Leicester, I will be around there. Come say hello. I always say that, and obviously nobody goes, wait a minute, you that podcast do?
What's the date?
And then we've got the computer museum one, which is
2 weeks.
6.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So yeah,
So we'll
I think we put all the
fact.
info on the last podcast on episode 50, I think. But yeah, if you're about anywhere near Leicester, on the 6th of December, we'll be at the Retro Computer Museum for the
Just
Christmas
hold
event.
Rog back from buying those raffle tickets.
Jesus,
unless
yeah.
it's banned.
if it's not bolted to the floor, Roger's winning it. To be honest,
They might not let me in.
So no, looking forward to it. I know they had, like I said, we spoke about it. We had some bad rain a few months back, right? And so there was, I think, some damage done to one of the rooms. So we don't really know what they've got showing at the minute, or I don't know if it's upstairs, right? They had a lot of magazines and that and stuff upstairs as well. So
they had some issues.
Video,
I think that was quite a while ago, though. I think it's completely sorted.
That was the sort of like first half of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So looking forward to checking that out. Oh, the tortoise is here again. Name of feet. Hey, Sheldon. Where are you going? He's having a walk around. Anyway, I think that's about it, right? Unless you guys have got anything to talk about and you're going anywhere or doing anything.
No, that's about it.
And, just want to thank everybody in the chat for joining us. Anybody that listens that downloads this, I do appreciate it because it takes me ages to sort the audio podcast out and sort all the timestamps. So anyone that listens to that, thank you very much. Thank you to Sheldon the Tortoise for his guest appearance. And yeah, we'll see you next time, which will be the Christmas special. But
right,
I don't know when that is yet,
I think the 13th. I think we said, didn't we?
That's it. Yeah, and it might have to be slightly later. I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, it will be on the 13th, either at 2:30 or maybe an hour later. I'm not sure. We'll see. But
so get your Christmas jumpers ready, and we'll all have our Christmas jumpers on, right, Rog?
I'm definitely wearing mine.
Still there. You muted him. Yeah, so we'll be back, and this is where it gets confusing when we do the editing. So I will say, I'll see you then, and take care.
See you next time.
Cheers, everyone.
It's like it's a given. It gets day, it gets dark. We mess up the ending of the podcast every single time. So, do you want to go again or
no? Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Take care.